this was the bug for, because this, you see the level is changed. It's somehow hard coded values to include. You need to write down here exactly the same value that you have it in the systems. But I need to feel we can fix it very quickly. So we load the shape files, and then shape files has the types, and that I say the counter, its counter works. So it has a 22,626 records. Okay, and even though we have the geometry functionality, only the geometry part, and with the geometry you can write the geo functionality or buffer functionalities to do the some buffering or some filtering works. So now we have to go the search functionality. That's why we said that like type, we can type it, type equal, and type equal, this is the string value, maybe the primary row type, and then you can view the table view. So all the primary rows is filtered properly. How many primary rows? Counter. So 1,131 primary rows, and even though the geometry part, and then you can go the secondary, maybe secondary road, maybe there's something. Oh, there's a secondary road. Or maybe how many records is there? Counter. Okay, 1,825. This work properly. That's I mean the search filter. So you got the idea how what I mean the search filter functionalities. You can search by one way, two way, or zero, and even though specific IDs for the for the objects. And then for the geometry part, the search doesn't work yet because I didn't implement these features, the search functionalities. Then in that case, you need to be really spatial implementation. How can you beef it? Okay, you set one central points from the maps, and then after that you can build some buffer functionality. Okay, within a kilometer, how many schools, how many primary road or secondary road or tertiary is located, and some geo functionality that you can also handle it this way, and this different way to handle that. So we cover like all the table features view, feature counter, feature geometry, and the different type of loading functionalities. But this part is still, I didn't finish it yet, but I already started how connection works and how the search filter works. But if I go there, I can show you how it's look like. I already started the different database, PostGIS database connections, and do some search filters, and then some geometrical processing and connection. I will show you detail later section of the screencast. So query labs is now it's clear. So that means in the query labs you need to be to load your sources, your data sources, or the spatial data sources. Means your doesn't matter the shape files or any, and then in the PostGIS database extension files, or into the your SQLite spatial data sets. Then you can integrate these data sets and call this data set and visualize this data set with all functionalities in the tabular forms or the map forms. Doesn't matter depending where you are. So I will show you what's the map form again to load it again. Some example where is data located. I will show you in the database. I have to be okay. I didn't explain you this part also. That you can even though you can change the font size and the type of the format. Yeah, they can different formats in the type of the form. You can have Arial, it's possible, and the normal format or italic. That's can also so possible with normal or bold, and even the size of your font, maybe 12. Apply, and then select. You see the effect that is working. That's what we expected. See, it's working. So let's have cross-check the database. What I'm in the discussion, what we here means when I store the database from the PostGIS database, and then how can you do these informations, the tabular form and another form of the application. So I have a PostGIS pgadmin database. In the PostgreSQL 9.3 database, even it connected. So for different projects I have, like for my research projects, like databases, 33 databases there. Basically we are in using this database, basically this one for these projects. If I go there, you see all extension of the PostGIS databases, the database name, and then you have a public resource, and then you have the many tables. So you see the UVSM roads per database, all other applications using different data tables. So you can look for my channel. There's many application using for like application number 34 and 35, and even though other GeoServer and GeoServices, view services, web map applications. Just look for the channels and you can get the overall idea what I mean here, the geometry. So here you have the road, UVSM roads, UVSM point, places, nature, land use, buildings, and so on and so forth, and then other application information. Let's have an example for the query sections. We can query it like select which information that we have it like here from UVSM roads. This is the big data sets. That means it take time to query it. So you see that it take time, little bit time, because there's a many data set. Even the counter, it is the select counter. Maybe we can cross check it. Is the same data sets is still there from UVSM roads. Okay, this is exactly the same data set that you have it in here. So maybe you can do some query example counter all sorry as counter. So event counter. I'm not a SQL expert, but I can try do it. It's like from UVSM routes where type group by, or maybe group by type. Sorry, from maybe from road by. Okay, yes, that's perfect. So you have the group by options, and then you see all the result and the search filter that we did, like primary, unclassified, secondary, and tertiary, and so on and so forth. And you can do a lot of geo functionalities works that's there into your Java parts. When you connect it with database, you can filter it, and even though it can go this one. So you can build your subset data set that you need the application. Maybe you need some data sets to some sort of web service to calculate how many primary road is located, how the kilometer or length of the geometry is located, and then so on so forth. These things you can also control it. Let's have it something is there to fetch general script is dataset script, and then I can show you. Okay, this is the building of the tools.